The enemy of a common man is a common man. Those helping President Paul Biya and his entire government to remain in power are the police, the military, and the Yandans. I'm talking about the common ones. Those are at the lowest level in their institution. They are the one. Because President Paul Biya is not more powerful than all Cameroonians. Deep in the heart of all Cameroonians, they are praying every blessed day for President Paul Biya to go home. Yet, President Paul Biya kept on, in which he is a system and strategy to remain in power. And then throughout this period, I've been asking myself, who are those helping President Paul Biya? Because I have never seen President Paul Biya on the way, fighting, holding guns, and killing people, torturing people, arresting people. Then I asked myself, why is it that this group of people, the police, the Yandans, and the military, are helping President Paul Biya? Is it that they are benefiting from the system? I would say yes. The top military officials, commissioner, commandants are benefiting. But the common ones that you will usually see them, killing common people, beating, torturing common people, and arresting common people, they are not benefiting from the system. They are suffering the same way Cameroonians are suffering. I struggled, and then I discovered that throughout my life in Cameroon, and even while here in Cyprus, I've been communicating with many men in uniform, the police, the Yandans, and the military. I asked them about Cameroon and the system in place. Nearly 99% of them complained against the regime in place. I'm talking about the military, the police, and the Yandans. Complained bitterly against the regime in place. And then I asked them again, why is it that they always, when they sent you, you will just go without asking questions, knowing fully that the common people are fighting for their right? And some of them open up and say they have no choice. And then I asked myself, if it is that they are defending their salary, which is the lowest amongst all the civil servants, I said no. Maybe there is something that they are hiding. Maybe the training they are receiving, the police, the Yandans, and the military are receiving in Cameroon, maybe there is an initiation there where you cannot betray, where the only thing you know how to do is to say yes, sir. Even if they ask you to go and kill your mother, your father, or your relatives, the only thing you will say, yes, sir. And this is the only thing, the only problem we are having. If this common police, common Yandans, and the common military is saying no, the top military official will not go out to stop those fighting for their right. If they say no today, they are not going anywhere. President Paul Biya will resign today from power. So this is what they have been doing. They are using the common people who joined the government desperately to fight the common people who are out there fighting for their right. I asked myself a lot of questions throughout this period. Whether the military, the Yandans, and the police have a special market, a special transportation system, where they usually go and buy their own things cheaper than the way all Cameroonians are buying. Or if they want to travel from one place to another for their personal interest, would they maybe pay lesser money than all other Cameroonians? No. They are passing through the same hardship we are passing through. I quite remember in 2008, the living standard in Cameroon was terrible. People were dying because of hunger. The level of poverty was too much. And people came out. The driver started it because of the high price in fuel. The fuel prices was too high. And they came out. And the population, out of anger and hunger, came out behind it. And then in that 2008, the military, this common police, common Yandans, and common military killed more than 100 Cameroonians. Innocent Cameroonians fighting for their right. President Paul Biya was not among them. President Paul Biya did not hold any gun. The minister did not hold any gun. The top military official did not hold any gun. They were sitting in their offices and gave instruction to the common police, common Yandans, and the common military to kill anyone. And they did it. It happens again in 1992 when the Social Democratic Front under Nijon Furundi stood up for multi-party system. Many were killed. It happened again when the Anglophone came out, the teachers and the lawyers and the university students at the University of Buea came out. These people, common police, common Yandans, were sent with an instruction to kill. And they did it. And the Anglophone crisis started. Today, we are talking about more than 10,000 people brutally killed, more than 250 villages burnt down, more than 1 million people pushed under poverty lines. And people, all Southern Cameroonians, cannot go home because of the stupidity of this common police, common Yandans, and common military. That they cannot ask questions. They cannot say no. All they are aware of is yes, sir, to kill their own brothers and sisters. Many of them have died in Southern Cameroon because of the Anglophone crisis. And deep in their heart, they are aware that they cannot end the Anglophone crisis militarily. Many of them have given testimony in churches, how they survived in Southern Cameroon. And then they themselves, in their testimony, say that they cannot end that crisis, but they cannot open their mouth and talk to the government. They cannot stand up and say, we are not going. Look at what Cameroonians are passing through. There is no way for them, for Cameroonians to stand up and say, oh, we are dying gradually. Hunger is killing us. Poverty is frustrating us. Because if they stand up, this common police, common Yandans, and the common military will come after them, in which they are passing through the same thing. It is terrible. And what I am sending and telling all the military, all the police officials, all the Yandans in Cameroon is for them to change their mentality positively. Because they are sick up here. Because many of them do not have money for rent. Many of them do not have money for school fees. Many of their children are in the house, is sick, they cannot go to the hospital. But yet, they are fighting and repressing those who are standing up to help them. But we will fight to liberate even those you guys, the police and the Yandans. We will not stop until we see justice in Cameroon.